Can you make mistakes during your divorce? Of course you can. Mistake number one, hide things from your attorney. You have to trust your lawyer, and your lawyer is making decisions from a strategic perspective based on the information that you provide to your attorney. If you leave things out intentionally or even unintentionally, it can be catastrophic to the strategy that we employ in your case. Using lawyer Google is another mistake you can make in your divorce. There is nothing more time-consuming and truly wasteful than the client that comes in and proceeds to tell me all about the law that they just Googled and how they're going to use that in their case. Oftentimes it's law from another jurisdiction, or it's a case that's no longer precedent, meaning it's no longer binding on the court that we're in. People also come in and say, well, my cousin got divorced and this is what happened in their divorce. Or my best friend got divorced and this is what happened. Every divorce is different, just like every jurisdiction is different. So spending time telling your lawyer what happened in your friend or family member's case is another time drain. A great tip that I tell all of my clients, get a notebook, a note in your phone if you keep electronic notes, and make notes for your lawyer. And rather than call your lawyer's office 3 times a day to ask 3 different questions, compile your questions, schedule a call with your attorney, and ask all your questions at once. And most importantly, write down the answers, because whether you ask me a question once, twice, or 10 times, the answer is going to most likely be the same unless the facts have changed, and I'm going to bill you each time you ask me the same question. Social media. What do you do with your social media in your divorce? Well, you don't delete it all, of course, because the other side may ask to see some of your social media posts, and we can't destroy evidence. But whatever you do, don't post about the divorce on your Facebook page, on your whatever social media platform you use. And I always tell clients things by telling stories. And one of my favorite stories was the person that said they were on disability, they had no money to pay support, couldn't pay alimony, couldn't pay child support because they were so disabled, they were only collecting their disability insurance. And lo and behold, on Facebook, what did we find? This person was on a speedboat, driving the speedboat down in beautiful Florida, fishing, out with friends, all over social media, jet skiing. Well, that's an interesting thing for the disability attorney, and that's even more interesting for the judge that was determining how much support this person needed to pay. Your divorce, and whether you mediate or litigate, is not your opportunity for revenge. Everybody thinks, well, my spouse was a bad person in this marriage. My spouse did A, B, and C, and they're waiting for that moment in court where the judge looks down and points their finger at their spouse and scolds them. I promise you that more often than not is not going to happen. Litigating for revenge is a costly mistake because at the end of the day, your divorce is about outcomes. What's going to happen with the children? What's going to happen with all of the assets and the liabilities that you accumulated during the marriage, but it's not your opportunity to get even. Mistakes in a divorce can be costly. Not costly in terms of suddenly your position changes, but costly because you are wasting legal resources. I say to my clients, legal dollars are expensive dollars. So let's use those dollars wisely, where we're focused on an outcome. We're not focused on revenge. We're not focused on dispelling myths that you read online, and we're not focused cleaning up things that you forgot to tell your lawyer.